New York is home to some of the most dangerous cities in the country. In 2022, the crime rate in New York State was 3,674 crimes per 100,000 people, compared to the national average of 2,622 crimes per 100,000 people. In this video, we'll take a look at the top 10 most dangerous cities in New York for 2023. 10. Watertown. Located just 25 miles south of the Thousand Islands in upstate New York, Watertown ranks as the 10th most dangerous city the state has to offer. Watertown residents also had a 1 in 27 chance of being the victim of a property crime, so you'll want to watch out for porch pirates here. The city also had the 4th highest rate of rape in New York. Violent crimes per 100K, 452, 23rd most dangerous. And property crimes per 100K, 3,698, 7th most dangerous. 9. Johnston City Village. The smallest place to make our list, Johnston City Village didn't earn its 9th spot with a lot of violent crime. In fact, it's the least violent place on this list. However, Johnston City Village has the highest property crime rate in New York, with residents facing a staggering 1 in 20 chance of having their stuff stolen or damaged throughout 2022. That level of property crime actually means that the overall crime rate in Johnston City Village ranks as the highest statewide. Violent crimes per 100K, 387, 29th most dangerous, and property crimes per 100K, 4,810, most dangerous. 8. Albany. The capital of New York, Albany, ranks as the state's 8th most dangerous place to live for 2022. Albany experienced 2,650 property crimes over the year, with more than 1 burglary every day and a car theft every other day, on average. Additionally, Albany has the 3rd highest violent crime rate in the state, with residents facing a 1 in 110 chance of being attacked in 2022. So make sure you buddy up if you're going for a jog at Washington Park. Violent crimes per 100K, 902, 3rd most dangerous, and property crimes per 100K, 2,751, 26th most dangerous. 7. Syracuse. Syracuse is home to the Great New York State Fair, but it's also home to a whole lot of crime. Syracuse had the 4th highest violent crime rate in New York, with 32 murders in 2022. On top of that, Syracuse experienced the 2nd highest burglary rate in the state, so property crime is quite prevalent as well. Violent crimes per 100K, 839, 4th most dangerous, and property crimes per 100K, 2,823, 24th most dangerous. 6. Utica. Coming in as the 6th most dangerous place to call home in New York is Utica. In 2022, the data reporting year, there were 317 violent crimes recorded, about 1 each day on average. On top of that, residents of Utica had a 1 in 28 chance of having their belongings stolen or damaged. In other words, it's a good idea to make sure you've still got all your valuables on you after passing through Union Station. Altogether, Utica's overall crime rate is more than twice as high as your typical town or city in New York. Violent crimes per 100K, 537, 19th most dangerous, and property crimes per 100K, 3,541, 8th most dangerous. 5. Malone Village. Malone sits at the far northern edge of New York, about a half-hour south of the Canadian border. That might not seem that ominous these days, but during the War of 1812, British troops from Canada sacked the town. Raiding parties from their neighbors to the north don't present much of a risk these days. Rather, the citizens of Malone have more to worry about from their fellow residents. Despite existing as a small town in a largely rural part of the state, the community of 5,566 people suffers from an unexpectedly high crime rate. Property crime accounts for most of this, with high rates of burglaries creating much of the danger. Violent crimes per 100K, 574, 13th most dangerous, and property crimes per 100K, 3,395, 9th most dangerous. 4. Buffalo. The Bills may have never won a Super Bowl, but at least Buffalo gets the 4th place medal for being extremely dangerous. New York's 2nd biggest city is especially bad when it comes to violent crime, with the 2nd highest rate statewide. That translates into about 1 in 106 chance of being the victim of violence over the course of a year. Not great. Besides having the highest murder rate in New York, Buffalo also shines in property crime, with the 17th highest burglary rate. It's going to take a lot of buffalo wings to get over these numbers. Violent crimes per 100K, 943, second most dangerous, and property crimes per 100K, 3,055, 17th most dangerous. 3. Binghamton. When people think about the mean streets of New York, they're usually imagining New York City, not Binghamton. But it turns out there's nowhere in the Empire State with meaner streets than Binghamton, where the overall crime rate is nearly twice as high as the national average. How bad is it in Binghamton? Well, the city averages one violent crime each day and had the third highest burglary rate in the whole state for 2022. In other words, you can enjoy a day out at violent crimes per 100K, 787, 8th most dangerous, and property crimes per 100K, 3,381, 10th most dangerous. 2. Rochester. We continue the upstate New York trend with Rochester, New York's third biggest city. With 6,887 property crimes in 2022, residents of Rochester face a whopping 1 in 6,887 chance of having their stuff stolen or damaged. On top of that, Rochester averages 4 violent crimes each day. That includes the state's second highest murder rate. Violent crimes per 100K, 818, 5th most dangerous, and property crimes per 100K, 3,356, 11th most dangerous. 1. Oneida. This city of 10,849 people, located in central New York, also represents one of the most dangerous spots in the state. For a sleepy-seeming town located near the scenic Oneida Lake, this location has surprisingly high rates of larceny and sexual assault. Violent crimes per 100K, 617, 11th most dangerous, and property crimes per 100K, 4,415, second most dangerous. The community of Oneida became famous in the 19th century for a local religious organization. Known as the Oneida Community, this group ultimately morphed into a famous silverware manufacturer. You can still pick up a set of Oneida knives, forks, and spoons at your local Bed, Bath & Beyond.